Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, several things to say on several players, many updates. Fra, how are you?
Ciao Fabri, let's keep rolling. Let's go.
Yeah, many things to say, many questions to answer, many updates because the market is coming, the World Cup is coming. It's going to be a super busy summer here on the channel. And so let's go step by step. Let's go on every single piece of story because it's really full of players, full of questions. And so ready to answer. And so here we go, guys, ready as always today. Now we have to talk about several players, defenders, strikers, creative midfielders. There is an important update on that. So ready to jump into it together? Let's go.
Let's start with a striker, as you mentioned. Djan Blavich can be potentially a name for the market this summer. What's going on?
What happened today is that Djan Blavich had a new meeting with Juventus to discuss about his contract terms. Djan Blavich is currently out of contract in summer 2026, so now in a couple of days at the end of June. And after this new agreement, after this new meeting, still no agreement between Djan Blavich and Juventus. So at the moment, the Vlahovic situation is really open on the market. Djan Blavich could be available as a free agent. What happened in this meeting? Basically, there is no agreement on terms, no agreement on salary, no agreement on length of the contract. So despite Juventus trying to find a solution, at the moment it's still not possible with Vlahovic. So what happens now is that Vlahovic is potentially a free agent. Vlahovic is free to find a new club, free to find a new destination and try a new chapter. So let's see what's going to happen with this. If Vlahovic will find a new club in the upcoming weeks and then join this club as a free agent, or if Vlahovic could go back to Juventus maybe later on during the window and say, okay, let's assess this proposal because maybe there is nothing better on the market. So this is the scenario at the moment. Let's see what's going to happen because obviously a big name like Djan Blavich available on a free could be an opportunity on the market for many clubs.
Let's speak again about Real Madrid right now because yesterday we shared the news, you shared the news of the here we go of Denzel Dumfries going to Real Madrid, then also the news of Ibrahima Konate. There were some rumors today in the media about Riccardo Calafiori and a potential signing for Real Madrid.
Yeah, my message yesterday was Konate to Real Madrid, Denzel Dumfries to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are not done for defenders because the situation is linked to the center-back and left-back position. Basically, Real Madrid and left-back have Álvaro Carreras and then Ferland Mendy, who is injured now and had many injuries over the recent years. And then, in terms of center-back, the idea of Real Madrid is if there is an opportunity of a player who can help as a center-back and as a left-back, and Riccardo Calafiori, for example, is that kind of profile, for Real Madrid could be an interesting option to follow on the market. So I saw many rumors also on Josko Gvardiol. Gvardiol is appreciated by many clubs, but at the moment still a difficult target because for Manchester City he's a crucial player. On the other side, for Calafiori, what I can reveal to you is that there has been a contact with those close to Calafiori a few weeks ago, with Real Madrid asking about informations on the Italian defender. He's still a very important player for Arsenal, so is not an easy one at all. And for Arsenal, Calafiori is really an important part of the project. So let's see what's happening there. But Real Madrid are looking for that kind of player. Center-back, left-back, who can cover both positions.
Let's now talk about Bernardo Silva. Do you have some updates regarding his future, his decision about his next destination?
I have an update in terms of timing, because on Bernardo Silva, I told you, Barcelona are pushing, Atletico Madrid are pushing. Bernardo received many proposals over the recent months from Turkey, from MLS, from Saudi, from Italy, several opportunities, but Spain is the favorite destination. What I can say today, and it's confirmed, so it's a direct, exclusive statement by Jorge Mendes, the agent of Bernardo Silva. Bernardo has decided today, after a meeting with his agent, to make a final decision on his future after the World Cup. So the initial plan was, let's try to sort everything before the start of the World Cup and then could go to the World Cup already thinking as a new club player. But Bernardo Silva, considering the situation and considering that for now there is still nothing agreed, has decided to take a time to focus on the pitch. He doesn't want to be distracted also in the next days with the preparation, the friendly games and all the rest. No distractions. Bernardo Silva will focus on the pitch, on the World Cup with Portugal. And then as soon as the World Cup will be over, Bernardo Silva will make a decision on his future. This is my information confirmed by the agent Jorge Mendes, and so on Bernardo, we put everything on hold. Let's see what's going to happen behind the scenes, but in terms of decision, we have to be patient.
What about Morgan Rogers? What do you expect about his future with Aston Villa in the summer 2026?
So for Aston Villa, it will be very difficult to keep Morgan Rogers. They extended his contract. Well, he signed a new deal a few months ago, but at the same time, Aston Villa understand that there is going to be plenty of clubs interested in Morgan Rogers. As we said, the wingers market is very aggressive, very active over the recent weeks, and Morgan Rogers is going to be part of that. So I expect several clubs to be at the table for Morgan Rogers. For sure, Arsenal, because they are one of the clubs interested in Morgan Rogers, and from what I understand, they already had some direct contacts with the agents of Morgan Rogers. So for sure, for Arsenal, he's a player on the list. But Arsenal are not alone in this race for Morgan Rogers, and also I think Arsenal have to decide who is their favorite target among many wingers they are considering during this summer transfer window. So Morgan Rogers is an option for sure. It's going to be expensive because, again, he signed a new deal at Villa. Villa are going to play Champions League football. Villa won the Europa League. So Villa are very happy with their project at the moment. Are not letting key players go in an easy way. But for sure, Morgan Rogers has very good chances to leave Aston Villa. Arsenal are there and are not alone.
You always said that Manchester United will go for at least two midfielders in the summer 2026. One will be Ederson. You shared the news, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not wrong. And can Matheus Fernandes potentially be another name in the list?
Yes, he's another player that Manchester United are considering. Again, in terms of shortlist, Man United have several names at midfielder, because could be two, could be eventually three, we will see. Casemiro is leaving, Ugarte is leaving, Kobe Mainoo signing a deal. So at Man United there is a lot of movement in midfield. Matheus Fernandes is one of the players for sure under consideration at Man United. Also in this case, I have to say, Man United are not alone. There are other clubs interested. Let's see if Arsenal will decide to go for that kind of midfielder as well. So there are several clubs interested in Matheus Fernandes. West Ham will not make it easy because, of course, they got relegated and they know that probably the player will have to go. But in terms of price, they hope there is going to be plenty of proposals. So for Man United, is an option. Yes, for sure. Is not the only one, because after signing Ederson, the Ederson deal is done. Man United already put the first piece of the squad. And so they are already happy with Ederson. They need at least one more. Matheus Fernandes is a candidate. They had some conversations over the recent weeks. So for sure, is a player they like. But again, on the second midfielder, Man United will take a moment, try to understand if there is some opportunity, maybe later on in the market. For example, I always say that Tchouaméni is a player they love, but Real Madrid are not opening doors. Sometimes in the market, things can change. So for sure, there is going to be movement at Man United for midfielders, and Matheus Fernandes is appreciated.
Fabri, I think this is it for today. I don't know if you have any other news that you want to share. Otherwise, we update you later today or tomorrow.
A quick one. Many questions today on Andrea Cambiaso and Chelsea. If it's a possibility for Cambiaso to go to Chelsea after rumors from Italy. My understanding is that Chelsea are not in negotiations for Cambiaso. There are other clubs interested. For example, he's a player who's being monitored for a few months by Barcelona. He could leave Juventus this summer in case of a good proposal, but with Chelsea at the moment, nothing concrete. On these guys and much more, we will keep discussing with you on the channel as every single day. So remember to subscribe to the channel, obviously comment because we are reading you, and we will see you soon here on YouTube. Thank you. Ciao.